I would say it's holding well. Their military is destroyed. Their whole Navy is underwater. You know that. 158 ships are gone. Their Navy's gone. Most of their mine droppers are gone. We have a lot of people, as you know, at 10 o'clock tomorrow, we have a blockade going into effect. That'll be 10 o'clock tomorrow. Other nations are working so that Iran will not be able to sell oil, and that will be very effective.
The president says the U.S. will also sweep the critical waterway of mines. U.S. Central Command explaining this weekend, quote, the blockade will be enforced impartially against vessels of all nations entering or departing Iranian ports and coastal areas, including all Iranian ports on the Arabian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. CENTCOM forces will not impede freedom or navigation of vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz to and from non-Iranian ports. So 20 to 30% of the world's daily oil consumption passes through this strait, and Iran says that it's still in control. Quote, contrary to the false claims of certain enemy officials, the Strait of Hormuz is open for the passage of non-military vessels under smart control and management in accordance with specific regulation. So disagreements there after talks also stalled just a day earlier. 21 hours of negotiations this weekend ended with no deal, and the U.S. delegation is now returning home. Wall Street Journal reporting this weekend, quote, regional countries are racing to bring the U.S. and Iran back to the negotiating table. A second round of talks could be held within days. That's according to one official.
Trump is doing this smart. He's essentially making the Strait of Hormuz the center of gravity for any future operations. But I mean, you're talking about mine countermeasures. You're talking about persistent maritime patrols, similar to what we saw in Venezuela, because the biggest threat are the IRGC fast boats, which were built for maritime harassment. But you're going to see a lot of assets move into the region, both surface and subsurface or submarines, to detect these IRGC fast boats. And then, of course, convoys, escorted convoys as well for those ships visiting non-Iranian ports.
We have minesweepers there now. We have highly sophisticated underwater minesweepers, which are the latest and the greatest. But we're also bringing in more traditional minesweepers. And so I understand is the UK and a couple of other countries are sending minesweepers. A lot of countries don't have minesweepers.